folks, it's me, Trapper Jack, and I'm out here in the middle of January in this field, and I'm going to look around and see what kind of edible foods there are available around here to collect and eat this time of year. And first thing I can see right here is this bush right here. Yeah, that's a thistle. And usually the thistles have edible roots and small buds that come up from the ground this time of year. I don't see one here at this plant. As you can see, there's nothing down there. If there was a small thistle plant coming up, the stem of that thistle could be eaten. But let's look around and see what we can find. Put that stone right there. Another one of the first things I can see right here are these sumac trees. See, it's still covered with seeds right there. And yeah. And even though the sumac bush doesn't have vitamin C in it anymore because the rain has washed it all out, what you can do is take these seed heads and burn them in a fire, and you take the seeds that are inside there. See, these are covered with velvet. If you burn that velvet off and grind the seeds up, you can eat it. And the seeds themselves are an edible food. But you have to roast them first. And so these are always on the tree all through winter. Make sure you don't pick any that look like this one. This one, wait for the airplane. So if you decide to use sumac in the wintertime by eating the seeds, make sure you pick nice red pods and stay away from ones that look like this, because you see how it's got white mold on it and it's all brown and nasty looking. Yeah, kind of avoid those. We'll look for a nice fresh plant so I can show you that they're still out here. None of these really look any good, none of these plants. We'll keep our eyes out though. Let's walk this way. Yeah, this is just, like a local field somewhere, like any local field anywhere you'd go to. See what we can find. I just found something. See this plant right here? This plant right here is wild mustard, or people call them creasy greens. And yeah, these are your typical wild brown mustard that grows everywhere. And with these leaves right here, if you boil them, they're completely edible, and boy are they good. And let's see, there's a plant right here. Let's walk around a minute. There's a plant right there. Now there's a whole cluster of them right here. There's a whole pot full of greens right here, if someone would just pick them. Some of the leaves have been frostbitten, like this one here. This leaf right here has been damaged by frost, but technically you could maybe still eat that. But there's a lot of good leaf here that could be picked and cooked and eaten. So even in the middle of January, like it is right now, those plants are available everywhere. And just about any rosette plant like that is available. There's thistle, there's creasy greens, there's dandelions, and a few others. There's burdock. There's a few other plants that are available out here. And all you gotta do is just look around on the ground for them. And you can even find these under snow. Just by knowing where they grow at, like these wild mustards. Usually you can see remnants of older mustard plants just laying on the ground. Mustard seed heads, like these right here. That's what these are. These stems right here are the remnants of mustard plants. So all you do is find those, dig down to the bottom of the snow, and you'll find a plant like that, and you just cut it and eat it. So those are everywhere. And right here, you can see we got some animal sign right there. Yeah, just dig spot. So you can also hunt too if you need to. Here's some more wild mustards. Oh yeah, see, look, this has still got some of the seed pods that are attached to it. You see little spikes sticking off the sides of the stem. Those are where the seeds used to be. So all on the ground right here, that's all wild mustard plants down there. All them leaves could just be picked and cooked and eaten. So wild food in the wintertime is no problem. And right here is one of my favorites. See, is this plant right here. This is a yellow curly dock. The curly dock plant that is like spinach. And you see these seeds right here. These seeds are completely edible. And they are really, really good. In fact, this is my favorite plant of them all. And you pretty much do the same thing with these that you would do with sumac. You collect the seeds. You'd collect these seeds, roast them in a fire, and then eat them. And after these seeds have been roasted, you can grind them up and make flour out of them and fashion it into bread. You can make scones with this right here. And after they've been roasted, these have such a fantastic toasted taste to them. They have a wonderful flavor. And if you've never tried this, go ahead and give it a try. Pick some, roast them up, eat them, and you'll see it. They have the most fantastic flavor of all the wild seed plants that are available. And these stay on the bush all throughout winter time. And this one here is still really good. It still has the red color. And the main thing, folks, is just just inspect it closely. And if it looks moldy, don't eat it. If it looks like it's just like like dried and fresh, like a dried flower, then yeah, eat it. And that's the only thing. If it has a really, really dark black color, or it looks moldy or has white mold on it, just don't eat that. Keep looking and keep searching, and you'll find some that are good, like this one here. And these grow all over these fields, so you can find these all day long. You get bags full of seed from this, and you can feed yourself alone off of just this plant, off of just these seeds. Just this will feed you sufficiently for several days. So food in the wintertime is easy. What I'd like to find now is a burdock plant out here if I can. It might be one right over here. Let's go look and see. These are raspberries. These are raspberry bushes. And this is a lucky find right here. See these raspberry leaves? These are still edible, even though the plant is defunct and it's the middle of the winter time. These leaves that still cling to the bush can be cooked and eaten. You see, there's some there, some all over there. There's some right here. See, these bushes kind of, all of them still have some leaves on them. And that's edible food. I mean, don't pass it up in the wintertime. If you're hungry and you're out in the woods and you need to eat something, I mean, I'm showing you what to use. Don't pass it up. Let's see if I can find a burdock over here somewhere. Ooh, there's a... camera will focus. Okay, maybe that's not the best focus on there, but tell me folks, is that a peregrine falcon? What kind of bird is that? Beautiful. I almost don't want to disturb its morning hunt. But we're hunting for food too, aren't we? Let's go see what we can find. We'll walk over here. Wow. Just totally not worried about me over here. He must be used to humans. Here at this place. Now right here we got another plant. It's the beach rose. You know, or the wood rose. You know, that grows on the beaches. These little vitamin C pods on there don't look too good on this one. But if I was hungry, I would collect these. I'd collect these here in the condition they're in and still use them. Of course, I would, you know, roast them up, of course. Make sure they're not moldy or anything. Follow all the rules. And that stuff right there can be eaten also. And that's not the best of food, but not in that condition. But it's still usable, you know. So if you really have a need, you don't pass something like that up. Okay, so I'm still looking for a burdock plant. right there's another thistle. Yeah, the thistle seed is edible, but they're kind of tough to work with. Let's walk around. Yeah, we're still looking. There's a thistle plant. There are burdock that grow here, folks. There are burdock plants. The question is just finding one. We'll find some here in just a minute. Where did I see those the other day? Yeah, I was out here the other day and I found some really nice burdock plants, but I wasn't paying attention to where they were at because I wasn't planning on using them. I didn't exactly think I was coming here for a video either, so no, there was just a mouse or something that just went running in there. I don't know what it was. A little animal. It was small. All right. Get some B-roll for discussion purposes, that is. Yeah, it's just a beautiful, cloudy, cold winter morning. If it wasn't cloudy, you could see the airplane right now over there. We're going to do an OTF here in a second. So the main and most powerful tool that you have out here in the wilderness is your resourcefulness. And not passing up food opportunities is one place where you can be really resourceful. And that just means that you have to use seeds and roots and bark from trees and things that you don't normally think about using during the summertime when all the leaves are green and lush and there's fruit coming out and there's nuts and seeds and stuff and everything else that you can get so easy. You really don't need to rely on foods like that. But in the wintertime, in a pinch, when you don't have anything else, you have to be resourceful, and that means that you have to use the things that I'm showing you to use out here in the woods. Survival is not easy anytime, but it's even more difficult during winter. Wait for the train, too much noise. survival is not easy anytime you got to do it, and it's even harder in the wintertime. So you really have to be careful about what you choose and what you choose not to use. And the harder it gets, the less picky you should be. The less picky I am anyway. There's a lot of stuff available this time of year for warmth, for food, for weapons, for anything you need. But you just have to be resourceful and you have to be patient, because you know, the weather is inclement and things begin to mold and rot away this time of year. So you have to kind of cover a lot of ground and look at a lot of things to find a few things that you can use. And so that's what kind of what makes it harder is, you know, there's a lot of stuff out here, but only some of it is usable. And you have to be careful about what you pick, but you can't just pass over everything. You have to, you have to really settle on making a choice a lot of times. All right, how many minutes we got left? 6 minutes. We got less than 6 minutes to find a. Oh, not less than 6 minutes. I would like to find a burdock in 6 minutes so that I can finish this clip with a burdock in it. I honestly don't remember where I was at when I saw them burdocks. Shit, I think it was over there. Alright, that'll obviously get cut out. You see, now this sumac pod is nice and red. That one's beautiful. This is a prime example of what I was talking about when I said find a nice red one that you can eat. This is it right here. So that's what I mean, folks. You know, this might still have vitamin C in it. Take it down off there, rinse it out in water real good. You'll get a nice vitamin C, tangy kind of good drink from this. And then when you're done doing that, you can cook the fuzz off of the seeds and eat it. Oh, maybe there's juniper berries. And of course, this is a juniper tree. You see the juniper berries on it right there. See that little juniper berry right there at the tip of my finger? This one's easier to see. Right there. Those juniper berries are edible. In fact, gin, you know, like the true Tanqueray gin, is made from juniper berries. And some of the juniper trees out in the wilderness are called sweet junipers. And what that means is that after the frost freezes the berries in the wintertime, they're really sweet. I mean, they have a really high sugar content to them. And some juniper trees are really bitter and kind of not sweet, but some of them are sweet. So you could get really lucky and find a sweet juniper out there and really surprise yourself with how delicious they really are. So try it sometime. 3 minutes. Good example of a poisonous plant. Do not eat those. They kind of look like rose hips, but they're not rose hips. Yeah, stay away from that one. So yeah, you can still find poisonous stuff out here too, so you got to be really careful. Oh look, how nice. That could be a walking stick someday. Those are always nice to find. There's another thistle. More wood rose.